Today, we are listening to Agust D-Day recent album. The first thing I remember when I listened to this fire is Na Bon Voyage Season 1. And unfortunately, I really wish I could have listened to the D2 album with you guys on YouTube, because it was such a good album, and it would be such a perfect next step if I listened to D-Day while you guys know what my comments was on D2, because it would have been a perfect transition. But I can't do nothing about it. So let's listen to this. First song is D-Day.
Future's gonna be okay, okay, look at the mirror and I see no pain. I die for real till the D-Day, but it's gonna be okay. Time for some paycheck and I'm riding downtown. Switch, over, time taking it over. Future's gonna be okay, look at the mirror and I see no pain. I die for real, ask karma gon' be coming back for me. Time for some paycheck and I'm riding downtown. Switch, over, time taking it over. D-Day's coming, it's a fucking good day. 이 나를 위해서 여지껏 미를 가린 듯해. 어쩌면 어리숙해 던지난 날은 이젠 over. 다시 태어난 우리 위해 축배를 다시금 들어. 미움이 가득한 세상에 중한 운전도 uk볼 필요하네. 연꽃은 진호 강속에서도 찬란하게 꽃피우기에 아둥바둥 남과 비교 열등 감작이 혐오 이런 것들로 향해 오늘부로 총구를 겨눠. 당신은 무엇인가 한계 따윈 부셔내 임마. 과거를 후회 말고 미래를 두려워하지 마 임마. 피할 수 없어 맞고 충분히 아프고 말겨. 괜히 상처를 헤집으면서 흉터를 키우지 말겨. I can't remember, I can't remember, I can't remember, don't say no more. I can't remember, I can't remember. Switch over, time taking it over. Okay, look at the mirror and I see no pain.
I can see this being like a soundtrack for a thriller action film, like Fast and Furious.
Be okay, look at the mirror and I see no pain. I die for real, ask karma gon' be coming back for me. Time for some paycheck and I'm riding downtown. Switch over, time taking it over. D-Day's coming, 금지된 것들로부터 해방됨과 동시에 당신의 new 챕터를 열어고여 있기엔 우리는 여전히 젊고도 어려. 어제보다 나은 오늘을 위한 최소의 노력. 당신은 무엇인가 한계 따윈 없는 거야 임마. 과거는 지나갔고 미래는 먼 얘기물 두려워 임마. 과거는 과거일 뿐, 현재는 현재일 뿐, 미래는 미래일 뿐과 의미 부연 힘들어 10중 8구 오늘부로 미로를 지나 새로운 시작을 시작층으로 뒤덮인 세상에 다시 연꽃이 핀다. 그래 D-Day's coming, 당당히 가슴을 펴려. 증명은 당신 몫이니 부디 증명해 내게.
I can see that in translation some of the lyrics are lost. Like if I knew how to speak Korean, the lyrics would make much more sense. But I do think some of the lyrics in the translation are not worded correctly, and they mess up the lyrics.
I can't remember, I can't remember, I can't remember, don't say no more. I can't remember, I can't remember. Switch over,
Time taking over.
Okay,
okay.
look at the mirror
I
and I
see no pain.
I die for real till the D-Day, but it's gonna be okay. Time for some paycheck and I'm riding downtown. Switch over, time taking it over. Future's gonna be okay, look at the mirror and I see no pain. I die for real, ask karma gon' be coming back for me. Time for some paycheck and I'm riding downtown. Switch over, time taking it over.
I think some of the lyrics were lost in the translation. I gotta start sourcing through which YouTube channels have better lyrics. Okay, next song. Okay, this is the infamous HAEGEUM. This is what I've been excited about. I heard this is the part 2 of the Twitter. And this is for sure gonna have a music video because I saw the cover, the thumbnail of it. Yeah, I mean, come on, look at that. That's not Sugar. That's August D. All right, I'm ready. Blast it to 310. Oh yeah. They're shooting. This is like Chinatown in Korea, or they shot this in China. I told you guys, Suga would be a perfect villain, and it's so weird knowing Suga's real personality, you know. Oh, somebody's getting some chopstick in their eyes. Oh, even the theme, the background, it's like Chinese. Oh,
Yeah.
beat drop,
Okay.
beat drop. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. 이 노래는
지금.
해금 올라타봐 지금 yeah. 복잡되는 리듬 어쩌면 이 또한 또 다른 해금 yeah. 이 노래는 해금 yeah. 올라타봐 지금 yeah. 복잡되는 리듬 어쩌면 이 또한 또 다른 해금 yeah. 이 노래는 해금 yeah. 올라타봐 지금 yeah. 복잡되는 리듬 어쩌면 이 또한 또 다른 해금 yeah.
Also, you know, the higum, the rhythm, and all that. God, the rhythm and the lyrics, how they're rhyming, it's so perfect. But I can't understand in Korean. It's such a loss.
해석되는 자유 yeah. 개소리는 out yeah. 표현들의 자유 어쩌면 누군가의 조금 잘못한 자유일런지 당신의 판단과 추측이 확실한 신념들이 있는지 당신의 자유와 타인의 자유가 동일하다 믿는지 그렇다면 주저 말고 올라타봐 금지된 것들로부터 해봐 각자의 취향조차 이해들을 못하는 불행한 이
like so
시대를
sick.
살아가는
You could play a mafia boss.
금지된 것을 푸는 것뿐이지 허나 자유와 방종의 차이지만 부디 구분하길 yeah. 이 노래는 해금 올라타봐 지금 복잡되는 리듬 또 다른 해금 이 노래는 해금 yeah. 올라타봐 지금 yeah. 복잡되는 리듬 어쩌면 이 또한 또 다른 해금 yeah. 이 노래는 해금 yeah.
That Suga punching the bag, doesn't that make you remember when he was in Suchita episode? Jungkook was talking about Suga got so frustrated making the music, he was punching the bag like this. It made you remember that.
이 노래는 해금 yeah. 올라타봐 지금 yeah. 복잡되는 리듬 어쩌면 이 또한 또 다른 쏟아지는 정보들은 상상의 자유들을 금지시킨 가동시의 사상의 통일성을 원해 왜 내 머리 앞에 각종 오해주는 눈을 가리고 이제는 생각에 좌우졌지 범의 각종 논란들은 판단들의 혼란들을 야기시키고 또 쉴 틈 없이 생산되네 과연을 금지시킨 건 무엇일까 어쩌면 우리 자신 아닐까 자본의 노예 돈들의 노예 중고심과 편견 혐오의 노예 유튜브의 노예 플렉스의 노예 이기심과 탐욕이 미쳐널지내 눈 감으면 편해 모든 게 뻔해 이득에 따라서 뻔히 갈리는 결의 시기와 질투에 다들 말해 눈들이 먼해 서로가 서로에게 족쇄를 거는 것도 모른 채 정보의 쓰나미에서 쓸려내려가지 말길 우린 자유와 방종의 차이지만 모두 구분하니 yeah. 이 노래는 해금 올라타봐 지금 복잡되는 리듬 또 다른 해금 이 노래는 해금 yeah. 올라타봐 지금 yeah. 복잡되는 리듬 어쩌면 이 또한 또 다른 해금 yeah. 이 노래는 해금 yeah. 올라타봐 지금 yeah. 복잡되는 리듬 어쩌면 이 또한 또 다른 해금 yeah.
I wanted to touch on the lyrics a little bit, but let's listen through it first. And
이
then we'll talk
노래는
afterwards.
해금 yeah. 올라타봐 지금 yeah. 복잡되는 리듬 어쩌면 이 또한 또 다른 해금 yeah. 이 노래는 해금 yeah. 올라타봐 지금 yeah. 복잡되는 리듬 어쩌면 이 또한 또 다른 해금 yeah. 또 다른 해금
I definitely missed a lot of the things, the lyrics, maybe the meaning behind the music video. First, I want to know what the word HAEGEUM means. It's a Korean string instrument resembling a vertical fiddle with two strings. Doesn't it look like chopsticks?
Hello and welcome back to Bookish Theories. In today's video, we'd like to talk about Agust's HAEGEUM, focusing on a little breakdown and analysis of the lyrics and the music video to see what they can tell us about the concept and story of this official solo debut. HAEGEUM is a song written and composed by Yoongi himself, and its title is a wordplay that actually refers to two different things. On one hand, the HAEGEUM is a traditional string instrument whose sound can be heard throughout the song itself. On the other, however, HAEGEUM can also be translated as the lifting of a ban, thus implying that this is a track that uses music to encourage people to free themselves and go against certain rules. As the chorus tells us, this song is a HAEGEUM. It's a call to lift a ban that we as the audience are meant to join, as Augusti introduces us to this new type of rebellion.
It's a theme in BTS songs
the song
too.
pushes an idea of freedom to people who appear to be free, but are actually bound by suffocating social standards that restrict them. Much like the album as a whole, this is a concept
Like the social structures of we are all chasing money, and he even mentioned, we're all slaves to YouTube, and I'm a victim to all that. But in the end, I mean, we are all slaves to something. We chose what we were going to be slaves to. It's either your family, it's either your profession, if you're working in finances, movies. We are slaves to something, but we have a choice to choose what we're going to be slave to.
by Yoongi's perspective, and more specifically by his life as an idol, as well as his experience with social media. As he explained in the Road to D-Day documentary, for instance,
Whoa, there's
one
a
of the
sugar
main
documentary.
inspirations behind the song is the restrictions that idols have to endure for no reason. Even if on a general level, idols don't commit any crimes or do anything that controversial, people hold them at such an impossible standard that even the smallest thing can become the biggest scandal.
But there's also an opposite side of idols. Some idols can have a certain public image that's so innocent and nice, but in the background, we don't really know what they're doing. After watching Stephanie Su's video of the nightclub scandal of what the idols were doing from the previous generation, the person who was doing the leader was the Big Bang idol, and he was doing horrendous things in the nightclub, and it was like sexual trafficking to normal girls and all that. And I always have my certain suspicions of, there are probably certain idols with immoral, ideas and doing horrible things behind the scenes.
As we see in a second, for instance, the video includes multiple scenes of Augusti smoking cigarettes, and this is one of those actions that are only considered scandalous if it's an adult doing it. If you saw any other adult smoking a cigarette down the street, you probably wouldn't even notice it, but if
it's an
idol
idol
is caught doing it, then people start talking and questioning his character. In a sense, Yoongi decided to include those scenes as some sort of test, because if a 30-year-old smoking a cigarette becomes a controversy, then one has to wonder where we should accept this insane standard to begin with. Following these thoughts, Augusti created HAEGEUM to start questioning these useless restrictions and lift those bans that exist for no reason. This is a song about freedom of expression. It has the goal to liberate what is...
at the end of the day, we wouldn't like BTS if they all had the same personality, like the perfect idol. Like, I like BTS because they're all different and they have their own personalities. And if they can freely express that, that's what's beautiful to me. Not fitting this image of an idol, but just being themselves. That's what's interesting.
But make no mistake, the message of HAEGEUM is not that we are free to do and say whatever we want. As he explains in the song, even interpretation is free. And
this is what I really wanted to know, which is that, even the interpretation is free, and there's a big difference between freedom and self-indulgence. Yeah. Do you think being completely free is doing whatever you want? Well, then everyone's going to start doing something criminal. We have impulsive thoughts that can be crimes. As humans, we will have certain thoughts that are literally crimes, but we never act that out. And if you had complete freedom and you are allowed to do whatever you want, well, that is just purely self-indulgence. That is just criminal activities. And I love the saying of discipline is freedom. The actual freedom is discipline. you have a certain ideal in your mind, whether it's following your God, a Bible, or whatever you choose to your ideal as. Right? For me, it's always been Stoicism, certain authors that I read, and those are the standards that I want to hold for myself. And that is my code for life. And I try to not diverge from that. I still do things that are not allowed, like I drink, I smoke, I have tattoos on my body, but I still try to follow those certain moral actions. And at the end of the day, discipline is freedom, and if you're allowed to do whatever you want, it's basically self-indulgence. I really like those lyrics.
There's a big difference between freedom and self-indulgence. If your beliefs are reflected in your thoughts and judgment, and you think that your freedom is equal to the freedom of others, then this song is for you. You understand that people should be treated equally.
Oh, okay, this is also something I've been really excited to hear. This is also an infamous song. I've heard 3 titles. It's like part 3 of the Trita. And yeah. This following may contain topics. Oh, okay. Also, Suga is touching sensitive topics in this album, eh? Not something a certain image of an idol would do. Hey, as you know, music reactions are always copyrighted, so you cannot monetize it. So if you want to support the channel, there's a link in the description for Patreon. Also, in the album reactions, 1 or 2 songs will be only exclusive on Patreon. And once you subscribe to Patreon, you will see exclusive, uncut, unedited videos like Bon Voyage, In the Soup. There's no ads there. There's no audio cutting and footage cutting that can be a little bit annoying sometimes. And I have to do that on YouTube because of copyright reasons. So if you want to support the channel, or if you just want to watch exclusive videos or 1 or 2 exclusive music reactions that was on this album or on different albums, check the link in the description for Patreon. Thanks.
I don't know your name. I don't know your name. I don't know your name. 요즘 기분은
Suga singing.
I don't know your name, your name, your name. 기억들로 여행 지우고픈 일들. 요즘 기분은 어때? 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 1993 내가 태어난다. 엄마 심장에 수술.
Suga's mom had heart surgery.
별의별 일이 많았지.
She okay?
뭐가 이리 다 살아난지 기억조차 안 나는 기억도 다 꺼내보자고 하나씩 다 꺼내보자고 하나씩 최선들의 선택 최선들의 선택 최선들의 선택
Whoa. Wait, I don't know if I'm. No, this might be just a music video, but does Suga, does he have certain self-harming thoughts? Maybe. I'm not sure. Did he openly talk about this? Or was this just in the music video?
참 별의별 일이 많았지 길가에 넘친 택시의 소리 전하지 못했던 내 사고 소식과 스케줄 중에 걸려 온전한 아버지의 간암 소식 최선의
This is something Suga has never talked about. Mom's heart surgery, daddy's liver cancer, and the pills that he's taking, maybe self-harming thoughts. Wow. Behind that cute smile that Suga has, he really haven't openly talked about the struggles he's gone through. Only musically, not in real life. I guess from the music that we can hear the struggles that he goes through. In Suchuita, I was hoping that it might be a longer podcast, like a 2-hour podcast where they go into their personal life and personal struggles. But it was a lot more musical struggles, the struggles they had making the album. But this music, this is a certain insight to his life that we never heard before. At least for me, it's the first time.
맞아섰길 그 또한 모두 지나가 버렸길 그래서 이 수많은 고통은 날 위한 것일까 끊임없던 시련은 날 죽이지 못하고 다시금 나는 연꽃을 피워내 최선들의 선택 최선들의 선택 최선들의 선택 최선들의 선택 최선들의 선택 선택
That's sad. I don't know. It's just... He almost sounds angry here. Man, I keep pausing, but I don't know why this is sad for me to watch. Behind that Suga's cute smile, I guess he is a human after all, but just thinking that Suga had gone through something like this, and yeah, this is the first time hearing from all the BTS members, like the personal struggles they've gone through in terms of they don't really open up about their relationships or their parents and depression that they go through. Only in their music I hear about that. Like in Jimin's Closer album, we got to hear from Jimin's struggles of drinking a lot during the coronavirus times, and now hearing Suga's struggles about his parents having cancer and surgeries, and also looking at the pills and even self-harming footages. It's sad. Wow, this was really something different. I thought it was gonna be like a really hype song like the Suita, but that was quite sad. Little bathroom break. Coming back to SDL. Amygdala it was a sad video, man. I don't know, just when I think about Suga, and mostly all the BTS members, and I have such a fun memories associated with all the members, and especially Suga, with that cute smile he has, hearing him talking about his struggles, it felt a bit emotional. Okay, next song, SDL. Already.
Yeah, somebody does love, but I'm thinking about you. Somebody does love. Somebody does
A little change of pace. This is my vibe.
I'm thinking about you. 당신은 누굴 사랑하는가 또 누굴 생각하는가 또 누굴 기억하는가 또 누굴 미워하는가 누굴 위해 사는가 또 누굴 위해 우는가 누굴 위해 우는가 이것이 사랑 아닐까 사랑이란 단어의 그 거창함 덕에 쉽게 잊고 사는 것이 말야 사랑이라 당신이 그리워하는 것은 그대일까 아니면 미화된 기억 저편의 그대일까 Somebody does love
all of them sing about love, and I really want to know about their relationship status. I would like to hear them talk about relationships, how they're handling all that. I guess there are a lot of bad and toxic members, so it's better to avoid all that. But it would be really, really nice to hear them talk about it. But I understand why they don't speak out it though.
But now I'm thinking about you. Somebody does love. Somebody does love. But now I'm thinking about you. I'm thinking
말야
about
바람대로 되는 게 없지 인간관계란 정말 어려워 역시 애초부터 맞지 않는 거였어 우리 둘 사이 간극을 좁혀보려는 것 자체가 혹시 기억은 미화되기 마련이야 벌써 희미한 것처럼 영혼을 노래하던 우린 없어 마치 꿈처럼 내가 그리워하는 것은 말야 그댈까 아니면 후회와 미련이 남는 그댈까
somebody does love. But now I'm thinking about you. Somebody does love.
This is a vibe. Somebody does love. But now I'm thinking about you.
사랑은 봄날에 쏟아지는 저 햇살 같다가도 어느새 밀려와 버린 겨울바다 거센 파도 우리가 그리워하는 것은 그때일까 아니면
I think Suga would have great love and relationship advice. And I think Jungkook and Namjoon will also have great advice. Everybody will be different, but I would love to hear Suga's advice and Namjoon's advice on relationship and love. You know, when you're starting at the age of 18 and you're until the 25, you are seriously considering love and dating, the chemistry. When Suga was saying, you know, we've all been through relationships where it seems really fun, like 1 month or 2 weeks, it's like the honeymoon phase, a lot of chemistry, but then like the winter wave, it comes and hits. Just you go through those things. And I think in my personal life right now, I am also going through that. And hearing relationship advice from BTS would be really great.
버린 그대가 그래서 난 그저 말없이 웃어보려 해 미화된 그때를 회상하기엔 수고스럽게 우리가 추억하고 있는 건 그때일까 아니면 추억 속에 웃고 있는 그대일까
somebody does love. But now I'm thinking about you. Somebody does love. Somebody does love. But now I'm thinking about you.
Who is she? Beautiful voice.
I'm thinking about you.
I love this. This is a good change of pace. Oh, IU is in this. No way. Hey. Hey. This beat is good. I mean, it's Suga's song. The beat is always gonna be good. Oh man, the beat. I love bass, hard bass. Homie, talking shit about me. Do you know about me?
수많은 거짓들 사이
old school hip-hop beat.
제대로 서는 게 무슨 의미 창까지 미래를 향하라고
Wow. This is the closest we'll get Suga talking about his personal love life. Yeah. During the COVID, he probably met a person or he been in love or fling certain things, feelings. And yeah, this is probably something he wrote to himself. I want to ask you guys a question. What is it that mean, when you love somebody? All right. I always thought that you try not to change the person. You just like that person as who you or she is. And there's no like right or wrong person. You just, I don't know how to explain it. Let's say you're getting into a relationship and there's a certain part of that person that you don't really like. And you hope that once you get into a relationship, you're going to change that person in this small circle. But that will never happen. First time you have to make a selection that suits you. Right? It can be the wrong person for you, but that person is going to be the right person for somebody else. Like, so for me, working out is a big part of my life. I can get into a relationship with somebody and I can like everything about that person, but one thing that I don't like, let's say, is that person doesn't work out. And because that's such a big part of my life, I would want my future wife or girlfriend would somebody that enjoys working out a lot, because that's what I do throughout my day, and it's a lot of big part of my life. So it's wrong for me to choose a person that doesn't like working out in the first place. So you have to make the selection of someone that is going to suit you the best. And that person who doesn't like working out, he or she's maybe really big into drawing and arts. I'm never been into drawing, but that person should get into a relationship that has similar interests with that person. And you have to make the first selection correctly. Like, we can both be great people, but together we might not be the right couple, or we might not be the right team, or we might not be the right life partner. So in the first place, you have to choose somebody that you don't have to change. And once you get into a relationship, you never try to change that person. So the first selection, you have to choose the right person for you. And it can be the wrong person for you, but that person is the right person for somebody else. I don't think I explained that quite correctly, but I've been thinking about that recently. This was a really cute song. I was hoping IU would be in the music video. This album feels like Suga just put all his feelings and frustrations and problems while he felt during the COVID times under this album. Hey, as you know, music reactions are always copyrighted, so you cannot monetize it. So if you want to support the channel, there's a link in the description for Patreon. Also, in the album reactions, 1 or 2 songs will be only exclusive on Patreon. And once you subscribe to Patreon, you will see exclusive, uncut, unedited videos like Bon Voyage, In the Soup. There's no ads there. There's no audio cutting and footage cutting that can be a little bit annoying sometimes. And I have to do that on YouTube because of copyright reasons. So if you want to support the channel, or if you just want to watch exclusive videos or 1 or 2 exclusive music reactions that was on this album or on different albums, check the link in the description for Patreon. Thanks. Interlude. Oh, this is the type of song that you hear in like a Christopher Nolan movie in the sad scene. It's a soundtrack. Wow. It's beautiful to listen to while looking in the window. The city is asleep right now. It's 12 a.m. here. Everybody's going to sleep. I see a few people. Lights on. A lot of traffic. It fits perfectly. I see a few people across the window in the next building watching TV. Another couple kissing and having a boom boom time. I see kids playing. I see a few kids, somebody gaming on the computer. Ooh. Oh man, the interlude for D2 was great too. Next song. This is a lot of 2 different artists here. Snooze. Oh, this also has a music video. Is this the correct one?
나를 보며 꿈을 꾸고 있는 당신의 등 뒤엔 항상 내가 있으니 너무 걱정은 마라. 추락이 두렵다면 기꺼이 받아줄게. 그러니 나처럼 괴로워하지 마라. 꿈을 위해서 쭉 잠을 자는 그대 쉬어도 돼. 오늘만큼은 꿈조차도 꾸지 마라. 당신이 말없이 옅은 미소를 내게 띄워줄 때 그제서야 비로소 마음이 조금 놓여. 많이 힘들 수도 있어 내가 걸어왔던 이 길이 꽃길 같아 보였겠지만 사방이 저기 가시밭길이었단 걸 알고 시작하길 꽃을 뿌려주는 일을 절대 너는 잊지 말기 웃고 있을 때 우는 일을 절대 잊지 마.
Wow, this setting also felt really weird because when you see a band and somebody holding a guitar, you never expect that person to rap.
Also,
Sugar looks like a rock star with that black leather.
내가 지워질 때 벅찬다면 괜찮아 그대 조금 쉬어도 돼 크게 울어줘 세상이 미워질 때 널 반기던 손이 손가락질로 변했을 때 한숨 크게 쉬고 시발 죽겠네 외쳐도 돼너 또한 누구와 다르지 않은 사람에게 이 괴롭고 외로운 길을 넌 왜 선택했을까 그 이유를
Can I speak on the fact that he always says painful, lonely road? BTS, they're together, they're brothers. When they're making music together, it's a different feeling. But when Suga's making a solo album, a lot of the times making music, writing, or, I relate to it in small ways compared to what Suga feels is nothing. When you're watching me, you're watching me with other people. You see people in the comment sections, but I'm a lot more removed from that, right? I don't see you guys' faces in real life. And when I'm making YouTube video, I'm alone in my room. I'm alone in this apartment. Nobody's here next to me. And I feel the loneliness too. When I'm reacting to this, I'm happy, I'm enjoying. But then as soon as I turn off my camera and I just sit down, and again, I'm alone in this apartment. It's kind of a lonely art, I guess. And it's not even comparable to the loneliness, I guess, Suga is feeling when he's producing music, just sitting in his room alone and singing, rapping, writing things down. And this album really does feel like Suga just writing all of his problems down. It was like his own personal journal.
지나도 절대 잊지 마 당신들의 꿈들이 꿈들로만 남지 않게 언제 어디서든 나 당신들을 응원할게
떨어질 때 감싸줄게 Good night 한계가 깨고 흩어질 때 떠나갈게 Bye
나를 보며 꿈을 꾸고 있는 당신의 등 뒤에 항상 내가 있으니 너무 걱정은 말아 추락이 두렵다면 기꺼이 받아줄게 그러니 나처럼 괴로워하지 마라 꿈을 위해서 쪽잠을 자는 그대 쉬어도 돼 오늘만큼은 꿈조차도 꾸지 마라 당신이 말없이 옅은 미소를 내게 띄워줄 때 그제서야 비로소 마음이 조금 놓여 이곳은 총성 없는 전쟁터야 같은 동료들이 적야 숫자가 보여주는 잔인하고도 이쁜 선악 남을 죽이지 못하면 내가 죽어야 돼이 바닥은 링이 아닌데 왜 누굴 죽여야 해 단순히 좋아했던 일이 조금은 싫어질 때 바람들이 바람에 사무쳐 휩쓸려갈 때 괜찮아 지나보면 모든 것이 추억이고 수업이 돼 잊지 마라 세상은 네 내심이 그리 길진 않아 남의 논란에 절대 웃지 말게 또한 그 순간이 올지 모르니 너의 성공은 목줄이자 족쇄가 될 거거든 더 외줄 타는
Wow. This is a theme that I've been noticing when he says, this album is kind of like a rebellion. In HAEGEUM, he also says there's a certain bracket that you're put in when you're an idol. If you see a normal person going by and smoking cigarettes, you're not going to think about it. But when you see an idol, let's say you see Suga walking across the street and he was smoking, you would have a certain judgment on it. And that's like a really, really tight rope that's suffocating as he's walking by. And that's a feeling I'm guessing all the BTS members feels because they have this name of an idol. And that is always feels like suffocating them. They can't really do what they want to do. Like
너를 엎질 거야 그냥 크게 웃어줘 세상이 떠나가듯 그냥 버텨줘 당신이 어디 있든 당신들의 꿈들이 꿈들로만 남지 않게 언제 어디서든 날 당신들을 응원할게
떨어질 때 감싸줄게 Good night 한계가 깨고 흩어질 때 떠나갈게
when you're feeling like suffocating, this is probably what you want to hear. Everything will be okay. This is why I always think it's important to have somebody that is besides you that says everything will be okay. You don't say it just to yourself. And for Suga, hopefully he has family members and he has the brothers of BTS and he has ARMY, saying everything will be okay. And if you have just one person that says, everything will be okay, the world is a much easier place. I have my family. I also have my little brother who works with me on the channel, and I always felt like, okay, I have at least one person that is next to me, even if something goes wrong. And I think dogs and cats, pets are also like that. They will love you unconditionally. When you come home, you see a happy golden retriever smiling at you, or you see a cat, just getting close to you, smooshing their body under your legs. You think, I had a hard day, but everything will be okay. This will pass. This shall too pass.
다 괜찮아질 거야. 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 Dream. 그대의 창조와 삶의 끝에 함께하기. Dream.
Who is this
그대의 자리가
Suga respects this
어딜지라도
person a lot.
관대하기. Dream. 결국 실현의 끝에 만개하기. Dream. 시작은
I
미약할지
think he's an artist.
상대하기.
떨어질 때 받아줄게 time 무지개 끝에 닿았을 때 더 나갈게
Wow. His vocals are.
나를 보고 꿈을 꾸고 있는 당신의 등뒤엔 항상 내가 있으니 너무 걱정은 마라. 추락이 두렵다면 기꺼이 받아줄게. 그러니 나처럼 괴로워하지 마라. 꿈을 위해 서쪽 잠을 자는 그대 쉬어도 돼. 오늘만큼은 꿈조차도 꾸지 마라. 당신이 말없이 옅은 미소를 내게 띄워줄 때 그제서야 비로소 마음이 조금 놓여. 조금 놓여. Dream.
Wow. Oh. I'm guessing the person that was in the video with the white hair, the older gentleman, was him. And it's directed towards him. Perhaps he worked on the music with... He's a composer, pianist. He worked in these films. Wow, he worked on The Revenant. Wow, so many films under his belt. Wow, I see why Suga respected him that much. Okay, next song, Life Goes On, the last song of the album. Oh, there's a stage song. Should I just listen to this? Oh, there's a Life Goes On song by BTS too. Did I listen to that? Should I listen to the performance right away? Okay, now let's listen to the song. Oh, this already feels emotional to me. I think Suga went through a breakup of a relationship during the COVID times while he was making the album.
인사하자봐야 하는 hello. 세상이 내 뜻대로 안 된다 해도 우리 바람대로 며칠 밤만 새고 다시 만날 날을 너는 절대 잊지 마. 시간은 흘러가고 누군가는 잊혀가겠지. 그저 하고픈 대로 시간은 마치 파도 썰물처럼 밀려나겠지. 그래도 잊지 말고 나를 찾아줘. 모두가 멈춰버려진 이 순간 오늘따라 멀어 보이는 현관. Life goes on, life goes on. 지나간 자리 무수히 많은 상처와 영광까지 지나보니 추억의 한순간 매 순간을 마지막처럼 달려왔지만 난 아직도 겁이 나 yeah. I know 지금 이 자린 금세 추억이 돼버릴 자리 두려워하지만 내 인생의 마지막까지 끊임없이 삶은 계속될 테니까 yeah. 시간은 흘러가고 누군가는 잊혀가겠지 그저 하고픈 대로 시간은 마치 파도 썰물처럼 밀려가.
You know, time will make everything forgotten. For some reason, that is really calming to me. It's peaceful, like knowing that everything or everybody that knows about me will also pass away. Like, let's say we all reach the age of 90, 100, or 85, on average 75, and then we die. After one generation, all of our friends, my wife and the kids, my parents will also pass away. After 2 generations, some people will still remember me. After 3 generations, 4th generation, my name and who I was will be forgotten. And it's the same thing with everybody. And for some reason, that's really peaceful to know that, because if at the end of the day, what you do, it doesn't matter at all, then you should do what you actually want to do in life. And don't think about other people's opinion, because at the end of the day, they're not going to remember you and nobody's going to remember you. So you should live your life for yourself.
그래도 잊지 말고 나를 찾아줘 모두가 멈춰버려진 이 순간 오늘따라 멀어 보이는 현관 Life goes on, life goes on, life goes on, life goes on 모두가 떨어져 버린 이 순간 어제보다 멀어지는 우리 사이 Life goes on, life goes on, life goes on, life goes on, yeah.
Wow, this was a lot more personal album compared to D2. D2 had a lot of songs where I would listen to in the gym again and again, but this album, D-Day, felt a lot more personal to me, a lot of personal feelings. It really felt like a journal to himself where he was just pouring all his emotions down. And I think I learned the difficulties that Suga went through, which he never speaks about it unpublicly. His parents, his dad having a cancer. I don't know if that was true or not. Please let me know. And the mom also struggling with health issues, and Suga feeling depressed. And I don't know if he took pills and small self-harming footages. Maybe he also thought about those things. And I do think he went through a relationship during the COVID times, and that person has moved on and he has forgotten about it. This album was a lot more personal to me. It hit me on a personal level. I saw a different side of Suga. Again, on D2, it was the only person I know. It was the cute, smiling, not thoughtful, cautious Suga that walks like an old man, that walks like a grandma. That's the Suga that I know. On D2, I saw a completely different side of him, which was just badass. He looked like a villain in a mafia film. And then this album, it was a lot more personal. Saw the struggles and the emotional side of him, and yeah, it was an emotional album. And I think a lot of people definitely liked HAEGEUM a lot, but for me, I really liked SDL. This song was really good, and the next favorite song was probably HAEGEUM, and I really liked the interlude. It was great. It fit the vibe and the setting that I have right now, looking outside the window, listening to the interlude was great. Well, the next episode is going to be Suchvita episode with Agust and Namjoon. See you guys next Suchvita episode.